Hey, what's up, dudes? Well, hello there, HW here. Man, this is one of the best amps. This is one of the best amps. It's a 1978 Mesa Mark I. It's got Randall Smith's signature inside. These are awesome amps. Now, I was sitting down to finish a profile pack. I'm working on some stuff for Tone X as well with this amp. Because a demo, there's some guys coming over to demo stuff tomorrow. And boy, I just loaded up this, I profiled it a couple days back, and I loaded it up, and I went, man, these are the sounds I love. Now, if you don't know about these amps, they're basically Randall Smith's idea of let's build the ultimate amp out of a Princeton. And the very first Mesa Mark I's were modified Princetons. I had one that might have been one that he built a long time ago. But these Mesa Mark I's, they have pull gain and channel 1 and channel 2. This is basically the clean channel, what I would call the clean channel with the gain boosted. And it's a tremendous sound. Now, the other thing is, I ran this through some brand new speakers I got that the guys at Carter told me about. I went in there, and my buddy Seth at Carter's, he said, dude, you got to check this out. You're going to love these. They are EV SRO speakers. And these SROs actually predate the 12Ls, you know, the EVM12. So they're Electro Voice speakers, but they're before the 12Ls and the 12Ms and stuff that you see. These speakers are wonderful. With the amp, it's absolutely wonderful. And it sounds like this. Now, I'll tell you why I love it, because not all amps do that thing. And that thing is not just like a Fendery, let's break up, it's on the edge of breakup thing. But it's like, you can hear that it's not just on the edge of breakup. You can hear there's a lot of headroom and a lot of lower rumble. But you still have this feeling of being clean. To me, that along with the way I mic'd it up, which is this time really utilizing a ribbon and the dynamic, and letting that ribbon, I'm actually EQing the rhythm to give me a lot more of the rumble and a lot of that present high end, which has been missing from some of my profiles lately. Now, HW, what are you talking about? Listen, when you choose microphones, it's always a give and take. So when I am going after what I've lately been calling a hot dynamic sound, that is an SM545, an SM7B, an SM57 with something like an API, I think that's a really good match, but it creates a voice that's really good in a mix, I think, and that's really good for focus, and it's really nice. But in a smaller band, or if you want to hear the amp truly how it more sounds in the room, those dynamic microphones on their own are going to limit the high and the low end and bring the focus in. That's where ribbons are lovely. But ribbons can get too bloated in the low end. They can cut out, they don't quite always have enough punch in the middle. Sometimes it depends on what you're going for. That's my point. That's why you see vastly different microphone choices and speaker choices from very hard rock music to very clean jazz. They're not at all the same sounds, but they're the same sounds. But this, to me, when you listen to this, it's just got that. There's a ton of warmth there, a ton of low-end grumble. Now, let's do a very cool thing, because all of the juice is there. You can hear, to me, you can hear the cleans coming out. You can hear this 3D depth. When I go up that step, right? There's no hint to me in those notes that we're gonna get what comes next. Listen to that riff. I go, okay, clean, warm. All of a sudden there I go, whoa, whoa. I know from those next notes, when I come back down, that sounds, oh, nice and clean, Fender. It's this. That low end, that grumbliness. That's where I go, whoa, we're not playing a Fender. That thing has depth, headroom. That's got grumble that can come out. And then it really comes out here. There ain't a stock Fender on the planet that sounds like that. I hate to tell you, there ain't one. But let's do a very cool thing now with the definition control. Let's take that definition control, and we just learned something. I'm gonna make a whole video about this, but we just learned something from Christoph Kemper recently, where he talked about the definition control. Now, I've had conversations in the past where I kind of was under the impression the definition control did a couple different things, and maybe at different sweeps, other things could be happening, bass is coming out. I'm not sure, but one of the things he told me, he said, think it's like a control over a bright cap without being tied to the gain. This is interesting. This profile happens to be at 2. Let's roll it up to, let's say 4.5, 4.6, and let's see how it changes this whole thing. Man, that is the same sound, but it's transformed by that control. And I love that because now to me, it's the same sound. You still hear that low grumble. When I come up here and I do this, but you get a different emphasis. The emphasis with that definition control is now on more of the higher frequencies. It's not just edge of breakup. It's the whole character of the frequency spectrum that tells you about that amp when you just listen. I don't know, you can hear it. That could pass for a Fender, but that's when I know something's up. That's when I know someone did some magic. Someone did a little Fendery magic, and that's what I love. When the sounds have this beautiful 3D nature, it's not just edge of breakup, it's not just clean. There's something else there. There's a depth, there's a ton of information in that low grumble. Holy Uncle Willie, that is some tone. Hey y'all, I'll make this free, and it's gonna be in the big 78 Mark I pack that I'm finishing up right now, but I hope you enjoyed it. It'll come out for Tone X as well. And then maybe I'll try to put it on, I'll do this thing for NAMM, and I'll try to do it on Helix very soon too. I have a big Helix drop coming out, and I'm probably gonna be doing that in the future, just bigger Helix drops rather than consistent, 1s and 2s. That's why I haven't done one in a month or so. HW, out.